Really?
Yes, it's a big age difference, but I think there are more concerning things to me in this situation.
Yeah.
Than that.
Believe me.
Right.
A person who was the wife in the situation is on the phone with us right now. And if you're just tuning in, War of the Roses, 22-year-old girl found out that her 55-year-old boyfriend, still married, still thinking of his wife, and still sending those flowers to her. Lee, you were the wife in the situation?
My husband started acting sketchy, and I tracked him on the GPS and found him at his girlfriend's house. When I showed up there, he told her that we were already divorced and I was the crazy ex. So I ultimately filed for divorce, and he was so adamant on keeping his secret that we were already divorced. He begged me not to serve him with the divorce papers at her house. She found out about the lie eventually, broke up with him temporarily. Then he committed fraud on her credit cards. She forgave him, and now they're married with a child.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. He sounds like a catch, man.
Nah, he's a narcissistic D-bag.
Wow. Are you doing okay?
I am. I'm remarried. I have the best husband in the world. Two and under, and I'm pregnant with our third.
Oh,
Good
my
for you.
goodness.
Good. That's good to hear.
Catching cheaters and proud of it.
Ow, I'm sorry.
It's your home for War of the Roses on Mojo in the Morning.
Jessica, how long have you guys been in a relationship?
We've been in a relationship for like almost a year.
So Jessica's in a relationship with a guy who is technically still married, but not married. I know it's going to sound weird. He's what, separated? Is that right?
Yeah, they live in separate places.
But on paper, they are still married.
Yes.
Okay.
And you guys have been together now for over a year, but you say that you're starting to wonder if you're just the other woman.
Yeah, because he occasionally stays at home to see his kids, right? And I get kind of antsy about that. And I'm also wondering when he's officially going to leave his wife and get a divorce. And I just want to see if, like, she's still involved with him. And I want to see, like, who he sends roses to.
Mm-hmm. So question for you, just for the technical details. You said they're separated. Have either one of them filed for divorce? Like, has that process started or no?
I don't even know. I mean, like, I don't know that much detail.
Okay.
But he has said that they have, right?
He said that they're working on it.
Okay.
There's also an age difference between the two of you guys.
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
How old is he?
55.
So not just a
Okay.
little age difference, there's a big age difference.
Yeah.
Do you meet his kids?
I've seen them a few times. I've
But-
never been to their house, but we've, like, taken them out and done stuff with them.
Okay, so you have been out with the kids. Have you been with his wife, his ex-wife?
No, I've never met her.
Do you think she knows about you?
I think so. He told me that. He's told her.
All right, we're going to call him up to see where he's going to send a dozen free roses. Jessica's in a relationship with a guy for over a year who's going through a divorce or maybe separation, long separation. And she's wondering if there's something to the fact that he goes and spends the night with his kids at their family house. Is there something between him and his wife? Hang on the phone. We're hoping that the flowers go to... I don't know who you're hoping the flowers go to. Hopefully they'll go to you, Jessica. Hang on one sec.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hello.
Hi, is this Tim?
Yes.
Hi, Tim. My name is Nicole, and I'm calling from a new online floral company called rosesbloom.com with an offer for some free flowers for you. If you have like 30 seconds to answer 2 survey questions for me, we are going to give you a dozen long-stemmed red roses absolutely for free. Not going to ask you for credit card information. They can be sent out as early as today. And like I said, we're just a new company, and we're hoping that you'll use us in the future when you buy flowers.
All right.
Have you purchased flowers in the last 6 months?
Yes.
Okay. Do you plan on purchasing flowers in the next 6 months?
Yeah. Yeah, I will.
Okay. All right. As a thank you for participating in that rosesbloom.com survey, I'm now authorized to provide you with 1 dozen long-stemmed red roses. And I just need to get some information in terms of who these are going to. And we can start with a first and a last name, and then I'll get the rest of the stuff after that, okay?
Okay, let's send them to Amanda.
Okay. And I'm going to actually start a file for you. Hopefully you will order flowers from us in the future. This will make it a lot faster and a lot easier. So what is Amanda's relationship to you? Just going to put it on your profile.
She is my wife.
Oh, okay. All right. And Tim, we also offer something kind of unique. It's a digital voice card where you can leave your own message that will get played when the flowers get delivered to the recipient. Did you want to go ahead and do that?
Explain that to me again.
So when the flowers get delivered, whomever you're sending them to, in this case, Amanda, is going to get a text message saying flowers got delivered, and it will also include this voice memo that we can record. So it's just an alternative to a paper card.
Okay.
Okay? So I'm going to count you down and then just leave like a short couple sentence message.
Okay.
Got it? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Love you so much, Tim.
Okay, nice. Tim, I also have to let you know that this call is being recorded for quality and training purposes. I need to get you to okay that for me.
Sure.
Great.
And Tim, I'm going to jump on here because I'm going to get the information from you, including the phone number of where we're sending them to. Can you give me that phone number?
Yes.
What is it?
It's going to be 81.
Okay. And I also need to let you know one last thing before we do send this off. That while we have been calling you to send these flowers off and to see who you wanted to send this flowers to, there's a girl by the name of Jessica who's been on the phone with us listening in, hoping that you were going to send the flowers to her. Tim, do you know who Jessica is?
Yes.
Who is Jessica?
She is a very important person to me.
But not important enough to get the flowers.
I did not say that. I don't know if I need to be talking to you anymore at this point.
Tim, this is the Mojo in the Morning Show. We're a radio show that does something called the War of the Roses. And we were just... Jessica, you got your answer.
Wow.
Are you okay?
I honestly don't know what to say because I really thought he was going to send them to me. That was really I just
Your phone's breaking up.
I'm going to give you a second to think about this, and
I feel pretty hurt right now.
I'm going to give you a second to think about this, and we'll get you back on, okay? Hold on one second.
Yo. This is the home of War of the Roses. Mojo in the Morning.
War of the Roses. Listener Megan, comments from you?
Yeah, I just wanted to point out that if someone does file for a divorce, it's public knowledge, so she would be able to search under the county that they supposedly filed in, and if it's not there, then the papers are not filed.
Oh, I didn't know
I had to do this for a previous reason, so I have experience with it.
Previous reason, meaning were you with somebody that was also?
I was dating a night nurse from downtown Detroit who claimed that he was getting a divorce, but he couldn't produce the papers. So I looked it up online, and there was no papers, and I confronted him about it, and he said, yeah, I didn't file yet.
Wow. So he was trying to play you for a fool.
Yeah. He was married, had 3 kids, and a dog.
Yeah. Thank you for the call. Thank you for the info, too. Anthony, War of the Roses, comments?
Yeah, I just want to know where a 22-year-old thinks a 55-year-old's going to make it last. I mean, the guy in 20 years is going to be 75 years old, should be 42. What are they going to do? Work this out for 10, 20 years?
I'm not even really that concerned with the age difference. I mean...
Oh, you're not?
Yeah,
Really?
yes, it's a big age difference, but I think there are more concerning things to me in this situation. than that.
Believe me.
Right.
Believe me. Listen, there's so many questions that I want to be able to ask, and maybe I can, ask Jessica here in a second. I'm going to give her just a moment to kind of
Like,
breathe.
you raise your eyebrows at that age difference nowadays, but I'm like, meh.
I want to know. I want to know how old his kids are, because God, 55 years old, I could assume that his kids possibly could be very close to her age.
Yep.
And then you're acting like guys don't leave their wives for younger women all the time.
Right. Well, Sierra, what's happening? Mojo in the Morning, War of the Roses.
Hey, guys. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Wait, please, don't keep us waiting this long. What's going on?
I just want to... Okay, how can I say? I'm not trying to be rude, but we can't be surprised that he's going to send it to his wife that he's not technically divorced from. It's a lot of men that say, I'm separated or we're going through a divorce that hasn't produced papers.
Yeah.
So it's just not surprising. Then the age difference, like you guys said before, that's not eyebrow raising.
Right.
But we just can't be surprised that he sent it to his wife.
Well,
I mean,
so
I feel bad for her. Go ahead.
even with the separation thing, like, okay, I understand you're separated, however long it may have been, and
Right.
you want to date, but
Right.
the problem in this case is Tim is telling her, I filed, we filed, is that true? We don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to take it with a grain of salt. Like, I will only believe if you show me the papers. Like, I've never been married, so I can't say how to handle the situation, but I wouldn't be totally in, especially he's still going to spend a night over his wife's house.
Well, that and who is top of mind when you have a beautiful bouquet of flowers to send? Unless it's his soon-to-be ex-wife's birthday or something. Okay, maybe I could understand.
Sierra, Shannon, and Megan, this is coming up on a lot of text messages and also tweets right now, too, where people are asking, did she know that he was married? Did she get together with him while he was still married before he was even thinking about divorce? I mean, that question's come up a bunch of times, and people are saying, okay, what did she know ahead of time? Because they're not going to feel bad for her if she was the person that maybe caused the split. Let me ask her that question. So hang on one second, Sierra, and we'll get her on here with us. I think we've given Jessica enough time. Jessica, answer that. When you guys got together, did you know that he was a married man? Did you think that he was a divorced man? Like, what was the whole thing that you guys went through?
Yes, I knew he was a married man with kids.
And so you knew that he actually had a wife?
Yes, I did.
And he was, at the time, was he happily married?
No.
So they were already living separately when you guys started dating last year?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
And when you say living separately, where was he living at the time? And where is he living now?
He's living in like a separate apartment, and she still lives at the house that they used to live in.
And at any time, have you seen anything inside of this apartment that makes you believe that he and his wife are together?
No, he doesn't really have too much of the apartment. I know he stole a lot of his stuff at the house, though, that he slowly brings back to his apartment.
Have you ever been in his house?
No, he won't. He doesn't want me to go in the house because he doesn't want me to meet his wife.
Have you ever met any of his family?
The kids, right, she said,
Yeah,
right?
the kids.
But I know besides the kids.
No.
Friends?
I have not yet. Friends, yes. I think it was a couple of his coworkers. We went out to one time.
Okay.
Hold on one sec, Jessica. Sierra?
Yep, I'm still here.
Thoughts?
So, yeah, all those are red flags. I feel bad because she's young. Well, she's younger than me. I'm 38. So I feel bad because she's young and there's emotions invested. But I don't feel bad because you knew ahead of the time the game that you were getting into.
Well, it was messy. You knew it was
you
messy.
Knew he was still married, right? You knew it was messy, right, Shannon? You knew it was messy. You knew the situation. You knew the cards, but you still decided to play the hand. So,
but she was also being fed a lot of lies.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, the lies come with it because he's trying to play both sides. Mm-hmm. If the guy is like, "Hey, I'm still married. I don't know what the conversation was. I could potentially be going through a divorce, or we are separated. This is what's going on.
And we are about to go through a divorce."
Yeah, and you still decide to say, "Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and go along with it." Now, there's guys that get a divorce. But there's guys like in this situation that don't get a divorce because he has the best of both worlds.
But to be fair, if he's living in a separate living situation, I'm going to believe the lies that you're getting separated.
I agree with you, Megan.
Because
that's a huge step. I agree with that situation. Yep. I'm going to believe those lies, but you can't come on a situation like War of the Roses and say, "Oh, I hope he sends me the flowers," when you might be important, but you're not that important because you're still not his wife.
Yeah.
Always stand by his wife.
Sierra, thank you.
Until he get divorced. You're welcome.
Thank you for it. Appreciate you listening. Thanks for calling, and please call more often. Whitney says it is not her fault. And why is that, Whitney?
Because the man is the one lying. When you're single and you're thinking you're possibly meeting a guy that is either initiating that he's single or going to be single, why is the guy not in trouble for the lies? They're immediately
sure.
"Oh, he's married." So I just recently went through the similar situation, and I had no clue. I met the guy at a bar, played to be single like me. We eventually dated. He told me he was going through a situation where he was divorcing his wife, and they were going through the courts, and it would be final within a month. So I trusted it. We had conversations about it. Yeah. He had his own apartment. I went to his apartment. I met his sister. I was like, okay, this is going good. Found out he was still married and she was 8 months pregnant. I had no idea.
Oh my God.
Oh, and then, so did you then have a conversation with her?
Yes, that's how I found out because his sister posted a picture of me when I went to a barbecue with them, and his wife Facebook messaged me.
Wait, his sister knew that he was a married guy with a kid on the way, right? Or a young kid.
But she said they hung out.
Why would his sister be part of this whole thing? She must have hated the wife, huh?
Yeah, I ended up finding out they had their own issues later on. Like, the wife had issues with the whole family, but they were still married. She was pregnant.
That's amazing. A person who was the wife in the situation is on the phone with us right now. And if you're just tuning in, War of the Roses, just did a War of the Roses a second ago. A 22-year-old girl found out that her 55-year-old boyfriend, still married, still thinking of his wife, and still sending those flowers to her. Lee, you were the wife in the situation?
I absolutely was. So my husband started acting sketchy. And I tracked him on the GPS and found him at his girlfriend's house. When I showed up there, he told her that we were already divorced and I was the crazy ex. So I ultimately filed for divorce, and he was so adamant on keeping his secret that we were already divorced. He begged me not to serve him with the divorce papers at her house because she thought we already were.
Did you do it?
Yeah. Yeah, please tell me.
No, I actually served him while he was at work because I knew if I didn't, he was going to make the divorce so much more difficult than it needed to be, and I just wanted out at that point.
Wow. Did he stay with this woman, or is he moved on from her, too?
Well, she found out about the lie eventually, broke up with him temporarily, then he committed fraud on her credit cards. She forgave him, and now they're married with a child.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God. He sounds like a catch, man.
Nah, he's a narcissistic D-bag.
Wow. Are you doing okay?
I am. I'm remarried. I have the best husband in the world. Two and under, and I'm pregnant with our third.
Good for you. Good. That's good to hear. Thank you for the call. Thanks for the advice. Thank you for the comments, too. You want to hear this thing? I know you do. You got to go check out The War of the Roses. It's on our podcast. We've got it for you. You can go check it out right now. It's Mojo in the Morning Show. Make sure that you are subscribed to us. with our podcast so they automatically download right to your phone or whatever device you like to listen on.
You're listening to Mojo in the Morning.